As I'm sure regular viewers of this channel already know, I shot a short film in June 2023. It was a 2-minute sketch shot on 16mm film. It's short, silly, and aesthetically rather attractive. So I thought, why not send this to some festivals? I've worked on other projects which have won awards, so why couldn't this one too? Well, there are several sites for festival submissions out there. The only one worth talking about is Film Freeway, a film submission aggregator originally founded in 2007 as a rival to Amazon's Without a Box. It has since gone on to dominate the market. This site is fairly straightforward to navigate. You set up a page for your project. This is my one for Raspberry. Then you search through the open festivals and submit. There is normally a fee charged in US dollars for your film to be considered, and if you're a subscriber, as I am, there's often a discount on that. The first festival was called Film for Fun. This festival was based in Bucharest, Romania. I only submitted because there was no charge. There's lots of festivals that don't charge a fee, and they must get swamped with submissions, as it only takes a single click. As a result, I was not surprised when Raspberry got rejected. The Crooklyn Comedy Film Festival was based in New York. It was also free, and Raspberry was also rejected. Again, I only submitted because it was free. New York was always going to be a strange fit for my very British movie. Shortcom International Comedy Film and Animation Festival was the first one that I had some hope of getting accepted into, as it's based in Scotland and cost me $27 US. It was rejected, and suddenly that felt expensive. 9 Central Film Festival is also based in New York. It was also free, and Raspberry was also rejected. IndieFlix Monthly International Film Festival was Raspberry's first success. It cost $4.61 and was accepted. With monthly film festivals, they have to accept more movies as they have a continuing roster, so that means they're quite good to submit to. Fish and Films Festival is based in France but for English language movies. It was also free to submit. Raspberry was also rejected. I should say that on average these festivals let you know that you've been accepted or rejected about 3 or 4 days after their own notification date. Often you'll sign in to see they've moved the deadline by about 2 weeks. Sandpoint Film Festival 2023 is based in Idaho, also free and also not interested in my movie. Purbeck Film Festival is based in Dorset in the UK, and it cost me $3.96 to be rejected by them. The Leicester Film Festival is based, as one might have already guessed, in Leicester. It cost $8.79 and they rejected the film. I should say that these are all the discounted prices because I'm a member. The Sussex International Film Festival. This is a local festival for me. It's only about an hour down the coast, and they were looking for local filmmakers, which I count as. It was free when I submitted, but they were overwhelmed by the amount of submissions that they had to start charging after about 2 weeks. They run the short film submissions more like a contest, where they go through rounds. Raspberry was accepted, and it got through to the semi-finals. The Clapham International Film Festival, based in London, cost $12.08. And they rejected Raspberry. But they were the only festival that offered feedback, which I of course was eager to hear.
Overall, your film was very close to selection in our comedy section. I liked the overall construction, it being shot on film, no dialogue, etc. The joke was a bit Marmite, as all jokes are, in screening, and I suppose if I was offering feedback, it would be to take the initial concept and push it further creatively. So, if these two characters are blowing raspberries at each other, where else could they do so? How absurd could things get? When appraising a film that has one big joke at the end, it needs to land in order for the setup to feel justified, and ultimately, we couldn't have 2 similar films taking up 1 slot in the programme. It is a pain to have to reject films, but we're working hard as a festival to provide use for all filmmakers who send in their films, so I hope you find this feedback useful. I also hope that you check out the events that we have in store, as we're putting on a lot of practical workshops designed to help filmmakers develop their ideas.
London Super Shorts Film Festival. I thought we had a good chance of getting into this festival as it's based in England and they like super short films. It cost me $8 to be considered, and no thanks. The Drunken Film Festival is based in Bradford, Or at least it was, I'm not sure if it's still happening. As the festival changed its deadline several times and then announced the whole event has been cancelled. It cost me $10.74, but that money was refunded, so let's not count that. The Horsham Film Festival, based in Horsham, East Sussex, cost $11.40 and Familiar Story was rejected. Film's Short Online Film Festival. I've tried to avoid online film festivals as there's no way to prove the event even took place. And as soon as you start submitting to festivals, you'll get all these spam emails. Here's 20% off. Please submit to our online film festival in Kuala Lumpur. So you submit and they say, sorry, you've not been accepted. And they get $12 for nout. But this one was based in the UK and it was a way to find onboard entertainment for some cruise ships. But I wasn't selected and that cost me $12.50. From the Silver Screen Presents, live screening and production sponsorship. This festival was some movies shot on actual film. Again, I thought we had a good chance to get into this one. And again, nope. That cost me $18. That's all the festivals which have responded to me at the time of recording. I have submitted to 3 others, but they're not going to let me know for some time. So let's just look at these ones. That's 16 festivals, 13 rejections and 1 cancellation at a cost of $106 or about 85 Great British pounds at the time of recording. But I got 2 laurels. That means I've got about a 12.5 exception rate if we include the cancelled festival, 13.33 recurring if we don't. And honestly, that is about average for a short film on Film Freeway.
It's May, and as you know, this is the time of year that film critics all go off to the south of France for the Cannes Film Festival. And every year I go and I complain, and everyone says, well, if you hate it so much, why do you go? You complain that nobody can make any sound judgments out there, that it's a cattle market, that it's awful. Well, this year, due to circumstances completely beyond my control, the recession, all that sort of stuff, I'm not going to Cannes. As you can tell, I'm heartbroken about not going to Cannes. And it's made me ask a question, which is, everyone says you have to go to Cannes. Why do you have to go? Why do you have to go to Cannes? Seriously, what can you get in Cannes that you can't get anywhere else?
This is a very good question, but it doesn't just apply to Cannes. Why are you submitting to a film festival? Are you hoping a movie mogul sees your short and gives you a golden handshake to make whatever you want at their studio? Well, that does happen. Rarely, but it still does. But those sorts of executives don't go to rinky-dink festivals in Loughborough. Do you just want to cover your poster and laurels? If you do and you have the money, then have at it. Most people average 1 in 10. But does a laurel really mean that much? No, it's awards you want. Because we've all watched a short film because some festival in Elgin said it had the best editing, haven't we? To be honest, unless you're winning Palme d'Or or an Independent Spirit Award, the only person who cares is you. Festivals are apparently good to network. But there's nothing to say you actually have to make a film to schmooze. You can just buy tickets to go to the festival. That is allowed. So why did I do the festival thing? Well, ultimately, I just wanted some people I didn't know to watch the movie. But there is a means of distribution that is open to everyone. And it's totally free. Even though the average video of mine only gets about 300 views on YouTube, that is still more than the attendance of the average British film festival. The thing is, no one is going to give me that golden handshake here, or give me any awards or laurels. But nevertheless, I will release Raspberry either on March 28th when the last festival has rejected it, or after their event in April if it's accepted. And I think my future shorts will be best served on this platform. If all festivals offered feedback, then I would be more interested, but you don't seem to get very much for your submission fee. Short films are in abundance and are treated accordingly. What I should really be doing is making a feature. I'm Scott Kingsnorth, and I'm making a movie.